friends, we're in the kitchen again today and we're going to be making something hopefully very delicious. I found a recipe online for some pistachio ice cream with berries. It was hosted by a network over in Australia and I thought I would check it out. So let me show you what we got out for the cook. Okay, so what we've got here is some Breyers ice cream. This is a low carb, which works really well for our family. Some dried cranberries, some pistachios that have been hulled. We don't want that in our recipe. Some baker's chocolate, some berries. Now this is just what I picked out. You can have strawberries if you want to, or blueberries, or combinations thereof. But this is what I picked out for our cook today. Let me show you what other utensils we're going to need. So I got out some bowls. We're going to use this for getting our ice cream softened. I have a shaver, so we can shave some chocolate, and a spoon. I might need something to smash up the pistachios a little bit, but if we do, we'll drag that out here in just a moment. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work up these pistachios a little bit. About a third of a cup or so, or 50 grams or so. And you can use a food processor or whatever. I don't have one. So I'm just going to use a meat mallet and smash them up a little bit and make it into some finer chunks. That's the first step. Okay, I have beaten those with the meat mallet, and as you can see, it's not real fine. There's still some pieces left in that. They're a fairly good piece. And so now we're going to start working with prepping our dish and getting our chocolate shaved. Those are the next things to do. We can get everything lined up. Meantime, our ice cream is melting, and that's a good thing. So I put a small bowl on my scale, and I have zeroed it out here a little bit as best as I can to get this where you can see a little bit better. And I'm using my peeler, and I'm just grating the chocolate into some fine pieces. I'm going to do that until I get about a third of a cup, or about 50 grams or so. Okay, so I'm done with my scale. I have laid out some cranberries here. I have my chocolate, and I have my bags of pistachios. And yes, it's doubled because I'm making a double batch for the fellowship dinner I'm doing today. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prep these. I'm going to grease them a little bit and put some parchment paper on the inside. Oh, there's a stray cranberry. And get this ready for the ice cream. Okay, so I have my baking pans lined with some parchment paper now. I've used the butter to basically stick the parchment paper to the pan, which is great. Now I'm going to take and put about a tablespoon or so of the crushed up pistachios down in the bottom of it here. I'm going to do that for both pans. So I'm going to get that ready, and then we'll be back. Alright, so now comes the moment of truth. Till we see whether or not this is thawed enough for use. I'm just kind of, maybe, I don't know. So I'm going to take about, I don't know, that much or so, this half, and put it into a bowl, and then start adding our pistachios. Well, I've got it out of the bowl. It worked pretty good. So I'm going to put the rest of our pistachios in this piece here. This is what I chopped up earlier. Okay, got the pistachios in there. Now I'm going to mix them up. Alright, so it worked. It was a little tough on a couple places, but it's mixed up really well. So I'm going to take it and add it to that particular pie pan right there, bread pan, and make our first layer. Alright, so I got it in there. And now I'm just going to use a spatula and just smooth it out some, make it like a thin layer here. And then we're going to work up our next layer. Alright, for our next layer, we're going to take and dump in the last bit of our ice cream. Add our cranberries. Make sure we get all of them. And chocolate. And we're going to mix that up really, really well. Alright, so I've got it mixed up. I'm going to take and put it now on top of our pistachio layer here. And I'm going to get me a spatula. We got the second layer on there. It's in our pan. I don't know if we can see the 2 layers, and there may be the pistachio layer down here, and then the chocolate and cranberry layer there. And this is going to immediately into the freezer, and it's going to freeze for as many hours a day as I can do before we go to our fellowship dinner.